you tell us a little bit, maybe a client that you have worked with, trying to go to market, what framework you used to kind of have them walk through this journey to figure out what they should or should not do?
Yeah. So for all the students and mentees that we've worked with for coaching, as well as for folks going through a program, we look at a framework called the value alignment framework. And what that looks at is really look at the full partnership process through 3 stages. And the first stage is what we call the having value stage. And in that stage, we're really trying to understand internally, what are the dynamics internally that can set you up to build really impactful partnerships? What are the problems that we're trying to solve inside of this organization? And how can partnerships be the solution to that problem? How do we get internal alignment with all of the internal stakeholders, from the executive team to marketing, product, legal, customer success, sales? What are the particular characteristics that they are looking for? What are the problems they are trying to solve that can ensure that before we proceed out to market, looking to build partnerships and then execute against them, how do we make sure that we're fully aligned as an organization on what matters to us and what matters to each individual stakeholder? So having that starting point in the having value stage allows us to move to the second of the 3 stages of this framework, which we call the communicating value stage. And that is now where having internal alignment and a clear understanding of what we're after as a company, what we can offer as a company, we look to actually go to market and bring some partners on board. And in that stage, in the communicating value stage, we are looking to communicate the value that we have to partners, to our customers, to our partners, and use that to identify, well, who are the partners that would be most aligned with the value that we have to offer, and and vice versa, who would be our ideal partners. How do we open the door to the proper context, the ideal context inside of an organization that will be organizationally and individually motivated enough to care about partnering with us, so that we can ultimately negotiate and structure and close partnership deals that can allow us to get finally to that third stage of this framework, which is delivering value stage, which is really where the rubber meets the road, right? Wherein we've now identified everything we need internally to have alignment, and we've then used that in understanding to get in the door with partners and sign and close deals with partners. Now really comes down to, how do we launch and manage and enable and scale those partnerships based on an understanding of the value that is flowing at every stage of this, to every individual stakeholder, to every partner, to every customer, so that we can actually enable those partners to deliver against the KPIs that were promised all along, and to deliver the value to customers that we mutually are seeking to do in order to drive both of our company's goals.